Have you ever noticed how a single purchase can feel small until you realize it's quietly steering your life? Not dramatic, not flashy, just a monthly line item that over years decides whether you build wealth or tinker around the edges. Let me tell you about Emma. She's 29, lives in a mid-sized European city, works in product design, and brings home about $3,800 after taxes each month. She shares a one-bedroom apartment, rent is $1,200. She has a 3-year-old car on finance with payments of $320 a month. Student loans take $180 monthly, and credit card minimums average $100. She eats out a few times a week and has subscriptions, streaming, fitness, a meal kit, that total $80. By her own estimate, she's doing okay, saving a small automatic transfer of $200 a month into a savings account. Now, imagine a friend convinces Emma to upgrade to a nicer car. Lower payments? No. Higher monthly cost, say $150 more. It's presented as affordable. You can split it. It's only $150 a month. It's a currency of smallness. The payment is framed in monthly terms, so the damage feels minor. But that framing is the problem. That $150 is not just an extra coffee or a trivial expense. Over 5 years, it's $9,000. Invested instead at a modest 6% annual return, that $150 monthly becomes about $10,500. If she rolls the same $150 into retirement for 30 years, it compounds to roughly $140,000. The math is simple. The psychology makes the choice inevitable. This is the first uncomfortable observation. People don't buy things with money. They buy them with time and future opportunity. Across the United States and Europe, the pattern is the same. Take Noah in a U.S. suburb. He earns $5,200 after taxes. Rent and mortgage-like costs for his lifestyle, $1,800. He finances a pickup truck with $450 monthly payments. Credit cards and an auto loan from college cost another $200. He pays $300 in childcare and $150 in recurring subscriptions. He saves $300 a month. He's doing fine on paper. Then a promotion comes with a small raise and the implicit permission to upgrade everything. Nicer dinners, more expensive clothes, a faster car. The raise is swallowed by lifestyle inflation. Here's the hidden system flaw: monthly framing. Businesses, lenders, and status signals encourage us to think in months. Only $399 a month, low monthly payments. That's deliberate. Monthly numbers obscure the cumulative cost and the alternative uses of that money: the investments, the hours freed from overtime, the cushion against an emergency. Let's break that down with plain dollars and a clear example. Scenario A: Emma keeps her current car. She continues saving $200 a month. Over 5 years, at 0% return in a savings account, she accumulates $12,000. If she puts that into an index fund averaging 6% annually, she'll have about $13,470. Scenario B: Emma upgrades the car and pays an extra $150 monthly. Her savings drop to $50 monthly. Over 5 years, at the same 6% return, her investment balance is only about $3,370, a gap of $10,100 compared to Scenario A. That's the real cost of only $150 a month. 2 observations follow immediately. 1. People underestimate compound growth when thinking about deferred gains. And 2. They overestimate the personal value or well-being gained from the status upgrade. The purchase feels like living better now, but the trade-off is lost future optionality. Psychology explains why this happens. Humans are loss-averse and present-biased. We feel immediate pleasure from a purchase today far more sharply than we feel the abstract loss of potential future wealth. Our brains treat a new car seat that we enjoy now as more certain than a retirement account balance 30 years away. Social comparison intensifies the effect. When peers signal success through visible consumption, our internal cost-benefit shifts to favor immediate status alignment. Another cognitive bias at work is anchoring. When ads or salespeople present monthly payments, they anchor us to small numbers. We compare $150 to $1,200 rent and say that's nothing. We don't pause to convert that to yearly or lifetime impact. If you anchored to annual cost, $1,800 a year, the decision looks different. If you anchored to opportunity cost, what that $150 could buy in financial freedom decades later, the same number feels weightier. The long-term impact of ignoring these biases is subtle but severe. Compounded missed savings reduce future financial resilience. Retirement timelines stretch later. The ability to take career risks or weather a job loss becomes constrained. The paradox is that many people who keep up with peers actually narrow their future options while signaling temporary status. So, how do financially intelligent people actually think? Not as a script of do's and don'ts, but as a two-question mental filter they apply before making purchases. Question 1. What is the real annual and long-term cost of this? Not the monthly payment. Convert it to a yearly figure, then imagine what that yearly figure buys if invested for 10, 20, and 30 years. Do the math quickly. $150 a month equals $1,800 a year. At 6% compounded, $1,800 a year becomes roughly $91,000 over 30 years. That number reframes the small monthly amount into a tangible future. Question 2. What am I giving up in future optionality? Optionality is the ability to make choices later, to leave a job, to take a lower-paying opportunity for growth, to move cities, to weather a medical emergency without debt. The question forces you to think of purchases as trade-offs in life flexibility, rather than one-off pleasures. People who are deliberate about money evaluate purchases against the value of flexibility. They don't assume income is permanent or guaranteed. Let's return to Noah for a moment. He's tempted to trade his sensible truck for a premium model because it signals success to colleagues. Financially intelligent people would do two things differently. First, they'd quantify the trade using the two questions above. Second, they'd delay the decision. Delay breaks the emotional grip of immediate desire and lets the cognitive evaluation dominate. A 30-day pause often dissolves the purchase impulse. This doesn't mean never buying things that make life better. It does mean buying with eyes open. Rich people, not merely wealthy by bank balance, but wealthy in the real sense of freedoms and choices, often ask these questions habitually. They convert payments into years of optionality lost or gained. They think in terms of replacing future problems with present conveniences only when the convenience truly exceeds the value of what's given up. There's also humility in their approach. Wealth builders accept that lifestyle can become a trap. They decouple identity from consumption. They chase fewer, more meaningful upgrades rather than a constant stream of status purchases. In doing so, they reduce psychological friction, less comparison, fewer impulses, clearer long-term plans. So, what if Emma had asked those two questions before upgrading? She'd have seen that $150 a month was really a choice to reduce her retirement nest egg by more than $10,000 over 5 years, and much more over a career. Framed that way, the decision is no longer neutral. It's a clear trade-off between temporary status and sustained future freedom. If you're watching this and thinking, I'm not trying to be rich, I just want stability, that's still precisely the point. Stability is optionality in another form. You're buying the ability to make calm decisions later, to pivot if life changes, to stop working sooner if you want. These are the quieter rewards of asking the two questions. To be practical without turning this into a checklist, practice converting monthly numbers to annual and long-term figures in your head. Ask yourself what future options you're trading away when you choose convenience now. And importantly, delay big purchases to let emotion cool.
That simple combination shifts decision-making from impulse to clarity. We're not saying every upgrade is wrong. Sometimes a purchase genuinely improves your life in a way that's worth the trade. The difference is that financially intelligent choices are conscious. They're not the result of social pressure, anchoring tricks, or present bias. So here's the takeaway in one calm idea. Before you consent to any new payment, ask the two questions rich people ask. What is the real long-term cost? And what future optionality am I giving up? Answer them honestly. If the math and the life trade-offs still feel right, proceed. If not, you just bought yourself years of optionality back. If this perspective helped you think about a purchase differently, consider subscribing for more clear, story-driven thinking about money. Like this video if you found the approach useful.